Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the monthly focus. It's your host, MC Amira, and please welcome your It's your MC Amira, and please welcome your hosts, Lilo and Malign.
Focus is on
Alcohol awareness. All right, so we are sponsored by the Delaware Prevention Partners
Planet Youth Coalition.
and the Kids Department.
So now let's get started with the show highlights, starting with BAC Guessing Game,
Mocktail with Stacia Potts,
This or That Game Edition,
Stop Before You Start,
WWYD,
Y21.
and the Youth Spotlight.
So now we have Who's in the Room. Basically, this is you guys' chance to shout out a club, an organization that you're in, or maybe just you. So, who's in the room? More Than Fitness, okay, who else?
Come on, you guys got this.
Project Seed, Bellefonte Lions, H-Fam,
Did I hear my reason why?
My Reason Why,
Okay.
Claymont Lions,
Johnny's Purpose. One more.
The
The
Cause.
Cause. All right.
Okay, we got a lot of people in the room.
Now we have tonight's goals, starting with have fun and learn more about alcohol awareness.
And 2, audience should participate.
Speaking of which.
Speaking
Speaking of which.
later in the show, we're gonna need you guys to participate. There's gonna be some segments where we're gonna need you to shout out things or raise your hand and answer questions. And also, there should be a pamphlet in front of you. And later in the show, we're gonna ask you to look into that pamphlet.
Actually, look
and-
now.
Yeah.
Look now.
Because we're gonna come around and see if you guys can answer one thing that caught your attention or that you thought was really cool in the pamphlet. So
This show is nothing without you guys, so we really need your help to keep this thing going, okay? Yeah. All right.
all right. So now we have Ask the Community.
Has alcohol ever affected your life in any way?
Alcohol has affected my life in numerous ways. My father was an alcoholic at a very young age. I'm talking like 12 or 13 years old. And thankfully he grew out of it pretty quickly. But as for me, alcohol affected my life on New Year's Eve, 2022, and I will never touch whiskey again.
The judgment is off, so it winds up getting in conflict with others. It winds up affecting their health in the long run, or even immediately. It's altered their moods. So again, it's affected relationships personally. So I've seen how it affected other people in my family. How it affected me, I just had an aversion to it. I just saw how it affected others and said, I'm not going to do that. It tastes nasty to begin with, so I don't know how you continue to drink something so nasty just to get some excitement.
So how alcohol has affected my life. So basically, I used to hang around a lot of people that was not good influence on me, and I never drink. I was never drinking around them, but the people that drunk around me, it made me want to, but I ended up cutting them off. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
I would say that alcohol has definitely had an effect in my life, in the fact that I had to learn through past experiences and, experiences of friends and loved ones that, it's really important to know your limits and really understand your surroundings and the people that you're around when you are consuming.
Alcohol has majorly affected my life. I am an alcoholic. I am a recovering alcoholic. I have not had a drink in 12 years. However, I started off as a casual drinker. I really wasn't trying to escape from things. I was doing it for fun, partying, and then my tolerance kept growing and growing until all of a sudden I was doing it daily. And it actually took me 8 years after I knew I needed to quit drinking to actually quit drinking. So I would just like to say that I wish I never started. I'm never going to drink again, and it's affected me in ways. I mean, look at me. I'm 35 years old. Actually, I'm not. I'm 50, but I still look 75. And I think if I had never drank that, but aside from that, it stole so much time from my life. So please, reconsider it if you're thinking about having that first drink or your 10th drink.
All right. So now we have Ask the Audience. How has alcohol ever affected your life in any way? Raise your hand and we'll come around.
All right.
Hi. Just like Scott's story, I'm also an alcoholic and I'm sober, and I've been sober for about a year and 3 months. God willing. But I think it affects your life because it's fun at first, and then it's not when it's not fun, and when your body really like starts to reject it because it's not good for you. So I think what he said about like just say no at the first time, because it's really not that fun. You're not missing out on anything. So,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, anybody else?
Anyone else? Raise your hand.
Just like Scott, so I was having fun drinking, and it was something I did when I turned about 19, and it carried on for many years, and it ended up affecting my kidneys, and the doctors told me that your kidneys are not working to full capacity, and that scared me, so I stopped. But years later, the effect of what I accumulated actually created a heart problem for me. And then I ended up having heart surgery last year. So my message is don't even get started.
Wow, thank you.
One more
All right,
person?
one more person.
Okay.
Alcohol took my brother from me in 2020 at the ripe old age of 32.
Thank you. Okay, here. One more person, right here.
I have an uncle who, for a lot of his life, was severely addicted to alcohol. And eventually, around when I was 10 years old, he lost his job, lost his wife, and essentially lost everything and had to move back in with his parents. And he eventually got addicted to more stronger drugs, and his life just went on a complete downward spiral, and it's kind of scared me off of it.
Thank you.
We appreciate all of you guys for sharing.
Yep, this is a pretty sensitive topic. All right, so now we have
The back game with Ryan, our new crew member.
Get Up for Ryan.
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a little guessing game on blood alcohol concentration, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is the amount of alcohol that is in your bloodstream, and it is what actually determines what gets you drunk and etc. And we also go by it for the legal limit, which determines if you can drink or not while under the influence. So, next slide. We're going to give you a BAC percentage, and you're going to guess how long it will take for that to wear off. So we're going to give you a percentage, and then you're going to raise your hand, and you're going to call out a time, and we're going to see how close you are. So next slide. So how long would a BAC percentage of 0.0718 take to wear off? Anyone? 2 hours? 1 hour? 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see. 4.79 hours, so 4 hours was the closest over here. That's 4 hours and 49 minutes. Now, how about 0.0249? 10 minutes? Hour and a half, 2 hours.
1 hour and 31 minutes.
Let's see. It's 1 hour and 39 minutes, very close. Next one. Now this one's a little much bigger, 0.1436. Any guesses? 8 hours. 9, 8.5, around that ballpark. Let's see. It's 9 hours and 34 minutes. Now last one, 0.1715. This is big. 12 hours. 11, 14, 24, let's see. is 11.44 hours or 11 hours and 20 minutes. So just imagine a couple shots or whatever could get you to that level, and it could have severe consequences and takes you almost half a day, 12 hours just to wear off. So thank you for playing, and let's go back to a video break with our hosts.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Now, check out some of our new videos.
Interacting with animals triggers feel-good chemicals in the brain.
Activities like petting them or listening to their little sounds can be really meditative or soothing.
Providing comfort to those who feel isolated.
Engaging with animals can shift focus away from stress.
I don't understand. What happened?
Why do I always mess things up?
What can I do to fix this?
Hey, you want to come bake with me? I got all the flavors. I got strawberry, cherry, everything.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, you want to come drink with us?
Yeah, come on, it'll be fun.
Come on, let's do it. Let's
Hey, bud. You want to see some colors?
Yeah.
I got some leaves for you.
Bad choices lead to deadly consequences.
All right, so now we have our mocktail with Stacia Potts.
How's everybody doing? Woo! I feel like you can get louder than that. That's right.
That's good, that's good.
All right, so today we are making a
Chrysalis Cooler.
Chrysalis Cooler. Say that 3 times. All right.
All right, so this is in honor of spring, seasons changing. It's like butterfly type of drink, which I think is gonna look really cool.
Absolutely. All right, so basically we first start off with some ice in our cup. You always want to keep your drinks nice and cool. All right, so we're going to just do a little bit of our butterfly pea flower tea. I love this tea. So you just do a little teeny tiny bit. Where's the camera? Right here? We'll just do a little bit in there, like that. Okay. And watch that, kids. You can't have a heavy hand if you are. It's a bag joke. Okay. Okay. So we start off with that, and now we're gonna go ahead and pour our lemonade. It can be any type of lemonade if you like. We chose Nature's Twist. All right. So if you look at the drink, you'll see a cool reaction when you pour the lemonade into the tea. So here. Ooh. Here, let's do it again. Ready? Ooh. Wow. All right. All right, let's go ahead and try we need to garnish it. All right.
All right, we got our butterfly gummy bears, or butterfly gummies, whatever you want to call them.
Oops, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, you're really stacking yours. I'll take a couple. I'm in a calorie deficit right now. I'll just take a few, just one. All right, and that's how you do it. And let's go ahead and take a sip. Salute. Okay. Well, thank you guys for having me, and I hope you enjoy this drink. We encourage you to try it at home. And they post it to your guys' website?
Yes, for sure. Post it. Just tag us on our Instagram if you liked what you saw. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I need the mic. Thank you. What's up, chat? This goes out to all of our viewers watching online, meaning you. That camera's over there. You. That camera's also over there. You. Yes, all of you watching online. We appreciate you so much for taking the time out your day and tuning in. Oh, and we got some messages. Okay. We got Jillian. Hi, Jillian. Great to well, I can't see you. Great to know you're here in spirit. SSG Friday. What?
Sergeant
Friday. Okay.
This is a new name. I've never.
Me neither.
Hi. I'm glad we have some viewers. Hello.
All right. Should we get back to what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we have Y21 with
Adam and Alana. Let's go.
Cool.
Hello. Hello. That's loud.
So, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Y21. And Y21 is basically why is it the law of 21 years old to drink?
And so repeated teen binge drinking can disrupt brain development, potentially causing lasting issues with social skills. So you won't be able to talk to your friends, and it will affect your brain in a way that, and there's a fact, your brain is not fully developed until you're the age of 25. So that's one of the reasons why 21 is, because it's not your brain is at least developed enough that you're allowed to drink alcohol.
The other issues when drinking too young is social skills, attention span, memory, and other abilities that are cognitive.
And now the next segment is This or That with Amara.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, guys. So now we're gonna play This or That. Has anybody played this before?
A lot of people have.
Okay. So for those who haven't played this before, we're gonna ask you questions, and you would say this for option 1 or that for option 2.
And this is game edition.
Video games.
Or board games. Louder.
Nobody likes video games?
I'm hearing a mix of this and that.
Right. Okay, so if you pick this, let me hear you.
Now that.
Oh.
People love. Wow, that's actually surprising.
Right. Okay, next slide. Fortnite.
Or Call of Duty.
Okay. So.
Okay, I'm hearing lots of that now.
Okay. If you pick this, let me hear you. Okay, and if you pick that. Oh. Okay, I see Fortnite 1.
Fortnite was a bit louder. Next slide.
Chess.
Or checkers. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a vote. If you pick chess, let me hear you. Okay.
Checkers? Checkers,
And
yeah.
Checkers 1.
Ooh,
Guitar Hero.
Or Rock Band.
Okay, so if
Bit
you
hard
pick
to
Guitar
tell.
Hero, let me hear you.
Rock Band?
Oh.
Guitar Hero.
Monopoly.
Or Life.
Oh.
We have a strong opinion.
You're playing the game of life right now.
Okay, so
But
if
it
you
sounds
pick,
like Monopoly wins.
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna assume Monopoly win. I don't think we need to take a vote on that. GTA.
Or Red Dead Redemption 2. Not one of the answers.
I feel like it's a mixture.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have a tie. Connect Four.
Or Battleship. Oh God.
Okay, if you pick Connect Four, let me hear you. Oh.
And now Battleship.
Oh, it's tied.
Connect 4 was a bit. I
feel like Connect Four was a little louder.
A little bit louder.
A little louder. Okay, next slide. Roblox.
Ooh, or Minecraft.
I'm picking both. Okay.
I feel like Minecraft.
Okay. Uno.
Or Go Fish. This is not even a contest. This is not
This
a contest.
this is not a fair round though. Like I feel like you can't compete with both of these. I feel like you're automatically going to pick Uno.
If you want Uno,
Let me hear
you.
Okay, and let me hear you for Go Fish.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
By a landslide.
All right, Pac-Man.
Or Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
Two very classic games, but I feel like Pac-Man is a bit.
Bit louder. Okay, I think Pac-Man won.
Definitely Pac-Man.
Definitely Pac-Man. Okay, so for our next segment, we're going to be talking about why you should stop before you start.
And here comes Clave.
It doesn't stop at addiction. The dangers of withdrawal.
Alcohol withdrawal is very common among alcoholics quitting cold turkey. Withdrawal symptoms can range from mild ailments such as headaches, sweating, and nausea, to more severe symptoms such as shaking, delirium, and even seizures. None of these symptoms are worth it. You need to
Stop before you start.
Stop before you start.
This
Fell
is
in
the
love with drinking.
My bad. This is the story of Emily Fisher, and she shared her story on how her mom was an alcoholic, and she went to a party, and she decided to try a drink, and she instantly fell in love with it. But then it led to more serious problems, such as alcohol poisoning. Next slide, please.
However, the turning point came when she decided to seek recovery. Their parents' support through open communication, acceptance, and unconditional love was key in helping her life turn around.
Being present and offering emotional support can make a world of difference in their recovery journey.
Stop before you start. Pay attention to your personality before you start drinking.
Are you someone who easily falls into addiction?
Does alcohol addiction run in your family?
Stop before you start.
Alcohol withdrawal is one of the hardest challenges to overcome.
Moments of enjoyment from alcohol isn't worth the years of recovery. Stop before you start. So now we're gonna have my bad. So now we're gonna have a video break.
Here are some shorts.
I got some drinks in my room. Do you want some? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll come. Hey, can I come in and smoke? Okay, come in. Why do I keep letting myself do this? You don't have to be alone. Really? You have a bunch of friends and people who care about you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I got some drinks in my room. I got some drinks in my room. Do you want some? Hey, you look like you're having a hard time. Do you want to talk? Okay. Hey, you look like you're having a hard time. Do you want to talk? Okay.
Accepting help can save your life.
All right, so we're going to start the interview. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Rebecca.
All right, thank you for being part of this. My first question is, for those who don't know, what inspired you to start Breaking the Stigma Alcohol?
So my son, Sean, died at the young age of 32 from alcohol addiction. It wasn't withdrawal, it wasn't excessive alcohol consumption. It was his addiction, and I didn't know enough about it. I was extremely uneducated, and I wanted to change things, and I know if I was uneducated, there were other people that were uneducated, and I decided to just get as much information as I can and to spread as much information as I could to get the education out there.
Yeah. And then, what do you wish more people understood about alcoholism?
I really wish that people knew that alcohol is a drug. You hear a lot about the drug epidemic, and alcohol is sort of left out of that picture, and it is indeed a drug. It is just as deadly as the illegal drugs. You can die just as quickly from it, and it shouldn't be separated. It's a drug.
And tell me about your time on Hope on Deck. How has it coincided with your overall message?
So Hope on Deck is an amazing organization that I am on the board member of. They are a local nonprofit in Newark, Delaware. They believe in everything I believe in and more. It's given me an outlet to not only learn about the illegal drugs that are out there, but to also educate on alcohol. And it brings with it all the things that Sean was, which was spreading empathy and kindness and love to anyone that needed it. And Hope on Deck brings all of that out.
And tell us about your experiences with Breaking the Stigma Alcohol, and do you have any powerful stories that you would like to share?
Yes, so I do get a lot of heartbreaking stories. A lot of moms, a lot of dads, a lot of loved ones reaching out that their child is in active addiction or seeking help that are much younger than Sean was. But I also get joy in having someone pick up the phone and tell me their recovery. I went to a rehab facility and I told Sean's story. And a couple days later, I received a phone call that this story touched somebody's life in there and they were ready to turn their life around. So that brought me joy. But the biggest joy I had was in about a year, I received a message on Facebook and a direct message to me. This person was receiving their chip, and she took my son with her, and she had his picture, and she takes her picture everywhere every time she gets her chip, and she's was put out there that Sean and I just got our first chip. So
That's
it's things like that that are really
great.
special.
Yeah, that's really inspiring to hear. And then my last question is, what is your advice to anybody who is struggling with alcohol?
Don't keep it a secret. Seek help. Don't be ashamed. It's nothing to be ashamed of. There are more supports out there now than there ever were. Seek that help. Don't be ashamed. And get help before it's too late, because there will come a time where your body is going to need more than it's going to be able to consume. So just reach out. There's help out there.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you for being a part. All right, and now back to our hosts.
Okay, thank you, Elena, and thank you, Miss Rebecca. All right, before we continue, we have a chat poll. I guess a poll was taken in chat about, I believe, blood alcohol content. So,
True or false? A glass of wine is the same as a shot of vodka.
What do you guys think? True or false?
83% of the people answered true.
Wow. Interesting.
I wouldn't know, but like, good for you guys, bad
yeah.
for you guys. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I would think that wine had less.
Like, that's a grape.
Yeah. like it was. I would think that it had less like alcohol content than vodka, because I know vodka's really strong.
I wouldn't know that. How do you know that?
What? Don't. I plead the fifth.
Back to
I
the
plead
show.
the fifth. All right. Now we have what would you do with Ryan?
Hello, everyone. I'm back again. I'm sure you missed me. Today we're going to be doing a what would you do scenario. So imagine for this that you're a kid again and you are going to a party, or you're invited to a party hosted by a friend named Dean. And in this party, there's going to be it's going to be party of century. We're talking the greatest music artists you've ever heard of. We're talking the greatest games you could ever even imagine and everything. Now, however, with the biggest party thrown by teenagers, there's also going to be abundance of alcohol and drugs. Now, if you choose to go to this party, there is a chance you can end up drinking and or engaging in drugs. However, you can do that, or you can choose to stay home and see what happens that way. And to simulate this, I have 2 cups filled with outcomes depending on yes or no. I'm going to have 2 helpers right here run around with the 2 cups, and you can pick which one you would like to do. Would you like to go to the party, or would you like not to? When you get your outcome, just keep it down, and then we'll reveal, and then I'll come around and you can share your story. You can read it if you want. It was more of that same time effect, but. So, yep. I mean, if everyone's gotten what they wanted, if not, raise your hand really high. But if not, then now I'm going to. Oh. I'm now going to walk around and raise your hand if you want to, because you read your card now if you haven't already. And if you want to share what happened, you may raise your hand and we'll come over and you can talk about that. Right here.
So I went to.
So you.
I went to the party. I did choose to go to the party. So I drank excessively at Dean's party. I became very confused and was vomiting before the cops arrived. The cops called the ambulance for me because my breathing slowed and then I became unconscious. I had alcohol poisoning and had.
That is one consequence. Anyone else?
Wow. Who else wants to share? Okay.
So I went to the party. I don't drink because of family history of alcoholism. However, I was convinced by some people at the party that marijuana is harmless, so I tried it. The cops came while I was high and forced me to call my parents while I was obviously high. My parents are pretty smart and knew exactly what was going on. They picked me up and expressed their deepest disappointment in my decision. I will not be allowed to take my driver's test next week as scheduled. They don't know when they'll allow it.
Wow, actions have consequences.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to share? Okay. Yeah, so you chose not to go.
So I chose not to go to the party, and I was not impacted by the party at all.
Got out scot-free. Anyone else?
Okay, I chose to go to the party, and I was at the party, but I had no intentions of drinking or doing any drugs. When everyone around me, including most of my friends, decided to drink, I called my parents to get me out of the situation. My parents sent my older brother to pick me up. I did the right thing.
All right.
Now,
us.
I have one more right here that is no, right? So you chose not to go to the party. So what was your outcome?
I was not impacted by the party at all.
Another one out scot-free.
Okay.
You one over there?
This is Bubba's, right, Bubba? Okay. I was at the party and had one beer. I decided it wasn't for me and wanted to leave. Another friend had the same thought, and this friend's brother was coming to get my friend. I asked to leave with them. The next morning, I called my coach to tell him that I was at a party, a self-referral. I have to have a meeting with my coach, athletic director, and parents to determine what my consequences will be.
Yeah, a noble choice, but you still had to pay the consequences. Anyone else?
And this is Nick's.
Oh, oh, right here. You have another one?
I didn't drink or do drugs at this party, but I took video and pictures of the stupid things people were doing. I was in the living room when the cops came. My parents refused to pick me up at the party, but were willing to meet me at the police station. I was questioned by the cops because I was sober. They asked to see my phone. My parents agreed to let them hold it as evidence. The videos and pictures I took would be used against several of my friends and classmates.
Wow.
I drank a significant amount and tried some pills that someone had. I remember heading to bed for sleep for a while. When I woke up, I was completely naked. I checked my phone and saw the text. I can't believe the pictures that people are sending of you. I am so sorry.
Oh, wow.
Rough, but that is the reality of sometimes. Anyone else want to share? Oh, another one over here.
I drank a lot at Dean's party. I had an English presentation due on Monday that I had planned on doing all day Sunday with my partner. I was unable to get out of bed and think clearly. I ended up getting a 60% on this project.
And, oh.
Oh. I was looking at him, I didn't see it. I was in the living room when the cops showed up. I'm in the process of applying to college, so I begged them not to record my information. They declined and insisted that I call my parents to come get me.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Anybody that didn't go to the party want to share?
Yeah. We had a lot more yeses. Oh, right here.
Instead of going to the party, my parents and I went out for dinner. After dinner, we stopped to get ice cream, and my parents got a couple of scratch-off lottery tickets. They let me scratch off a couple, and they said the ones that I scratched off were winners, and the money was mine. I scratched off the first one, I was a loser. I scratched off the second one, I won $2. I scratched off the third one, and I won $20.
All right.
Well, that is all we have for now, but a quick send-off that not everyone who chose not to go to the party didn't suffer. There's some cards in there, as we saw one with that 60%. Someone who didn't go to the party was the partner, who also failed and had to do summer school because of it. So even if you choose the right decision, someone else who didn't can still affect your life. And I hope you go off with that as I hand this back to the host for the Youth Spotlight.
Thank you, Ryan. All right, Charnette's coming back around to collect all the cards. So if you could just give your card to her, if you still have one.
All right, now we have the Youth Spotlight.
Jalen Noel. Jalen, you here?
Okay. Hello. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah. So, hi, my name's Jalen Noel, and I'm currently 17 years old and a senior in high school. And I started a nonprofit organization called Johnny's Purpose in honor of my uncle, which involves addiction and mental health. And I actually made shirts, and they look like this. And I raised over $1,000 for Hope on Deck in order to help with addiction and other mental health disorders. And I just wanted to say that being a high school student, obviously when you think of high schoolers, you kind of think of parties and the bad things that kids are doing. And honestly, you don't have to, and the peer pressure that is involved is very scary and very insane, and it makes people feel that they need to be like everybody else and fit in with all the stereotypes and everything that a normal high schooler or cool high schooler would be. But in all honesty, it doesn't make you any cooler, and it affects your life very drastically. But thank you.
Wow, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And good luck on that pageant. Good luck.
All right, can we have one more round of applause for Jaylen Noel? All right, thank you so much.
All right.
We told you guys about this.
We warned you guys.
We warned you,
We
so you
did.
have no
Did-
excuse.
Did you guys look? Did you guys look at all?
All right, so
Oh my God.
look through the multi-focus pamphlet in front of you, which you should have already done.
We told you.
What is one thing that from it that you can share with the audience? Raise your
We'll
hand
come
and we'll come
around.
around. Or here,
Ask them
you
to come
know,
up. All right.
actually, we're
You
gonna
come up
get
here if you
people
wanna.
out of their comfort zones. You guys
Join
gotta
us
come
on
up
stage.
here and share one thing that you saw or that you learned from the pamphlet.
Come on, folks. You know you
Come on.
wanna.
Don't be shy.
That's our job.
Yeah. Woo, come on.
As a teacher that teaches first grade now but taught fourth grade last year, I was surprised to learn that 10% of 9 to 10-year-olds have already started drinking.
Wow.
See, I didn't look in the pamphlet.
Yeah,
I know
me neither.
hypocrisy.
We're hypocrites. Hypocrites. We're sorry.
But oh my God.
Wow.
Did not know that.
No siree.
All right. Anyone else?
Oh, okay. Can you come up?
Come on. Oof.
I learned that like drinking can put you in a very bad place. Even for older people, it could put you in a state of mind where there's certain things that you can't do by yourself.
Okay.
All right. At least one more person.
One more person. Come on,
We
hop
know
out of
you
them
wanna.
comfort zones. We know you guys want to. Don't be shy.
And if you can't do it for yourselves, do it for us.
Do it for us.
We love you guys.
Please.
Please. Oh, hello.
I learned that more than 20% of underage drinkers begin drinking before they're 13 years old.
Wow.
Thank you.
So, luckily, we are not one of those people. We are
No.
above 13, and we have not touched a drop.
That is a flex.
Major flex. All right, yeah. Wow.
All right.
Some pretty crazy things.
Proud of all of your confidence.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate.
All right.
Now we have
The outreach moment with Elena.
Elena.
All right. Now is the time for the outreach moment. And for today's, we're going to reach out by sharing information that you find on social media, either to your story or send it to somebody you know. And it's the month of April, so this information, it can be the fact that April is Alcohol Awareness Month, it is Autism Appreciation Month, National Minority Month, National Pet Month, Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention, as well as a bunch of other things, any that you can look up and find. And you're just going to share that information either with someone you know or to your social media stories.
All right, thank you. Yeah, do that now.
Do it.
Do it.
Do
it.
I mean, we can't see you, but we can see you.
Mm-hmm. We got eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You think we're not watching? We're waiting. Get on your phone.
Yeah. All right, are you having fun?
Are you between the ages of 12? Oh. Thank
Okay.
you.
Are you between?
Are you between the ages of 12 and 18? My God. You guys are?
Okay, now you guys really have no excuse. You should join the production crew.
Do it.
We have
we
a
do
lot of fun
here,
here.
bro.
We edit videos.
Mhm.
We film videos. We post videos on a bunch of platforms, and we go to fun places.
Yeah, a lot of fun places.
Like we go to the beach sometimes.
Yeah.
And we go to like
Fan Expo.
fan expos and comic cons.
That's really fun.
Yeah, sometimes we meet famous people.
We do meet famous people.
Yeah, we met Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, shook his hand.
So,
Yeah.
you should
So,
join.
like, where do you guys think the videos go? You spoiled it for them.
TikTok.
No, we make full films here.
Yeah,
Full
yeah.
films.
No. We are on a YouTube channel. And Lolo, guess what? Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
Chicken butt. What? I'm sorry.
We have almost 65,000 subscribers currently.
Wait, for real?
Yes,
My
actually.
gosh. See, if you were at the last focus, you would know it was less than that. I'm just saying,
Just
it was
saying.
less than that.
Mhm.
But you guys helped some people out.
Yes, sir.
You spread the word.
Yes. And we're so glad that we have 65, but that's where
We got a goal.
Yeah, we got a goal. What's our goal?
100,000.
Huh?
100,000.
100,000 subscribers. And what do we get?
We get a YouTube play
We
button.
get a YouTube play button. And you know,
but like we can't clap yet. We don't
No,
have
no,
it
yeah,
yet.
don't clap.
We don't have it yet.
Because do you see this wall?
Look at this wall.
It's so naked.
There's nothing.
We need that play button to put up here, and you can see it every single time you come in. You know what you can
You'll
think?
just walk in, look at it, and be like,
Wow.
We help them get that.
We helped them get that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to help all of the crew out to get this play button that is not
A
here?
bunch of children. mind
Help
you.
us out, guys.
Help us.
So hit that subscribe button and tell your
Scan
friends.
the QR code.
Scan the QR code. Tell your friends, your uncles, your aunts, your gerbils, your
cat,
hamsters,
your
cat,
dog.
your dog, your
Everybody.
cousins, everybody you know, and people you don't know. Get out.
Love
there.
you
We
too.
love you too. And that's all, folks.
Thank you for attending.
And join us next time for the next monthly focus on
May 8th. Peace.
See ya.